And we are going live. I mean, fucking Instagram, man. Instagram always be playing these damn games. Come on, let me go fucking live here. And we are going live. I mean, fucking Instagram, man. Instagram always be playing. Okay, I don't want to hear myself complain and speak. But what's up, guys? Welcome to the weekly energy report. I'm trying to put it on Instagram, but it is not playing nice with me here. Come on, dude. Let's fucking go. There we go. Live. Hey, we got it. We got it. We good? We in? Woo. Okay. Okay. See, this is why, man, this is why I have decided to kind of move away from Instagram. But I'm on Instagram now. What's up, Instagram fam? What's up, YouTube? Thank you guys for tuning in. We are live here for the weekly energy report of the week of January 12th to 18th of 2021. It feels kind of weird to say 2021, doesn't it? So look, guys, a lot of shit is changing. This week is nuts. All right, just put it out there. This week is absolutely like mind-bogglingly nuts. I, with my friend Richard and Craig's help, I created a Telegram account. So for the people that are part of the opportunity community and that want to be a part of the opportunity community, I'm going to put a link on my Instagram, and I'm going to try to figure out how to put it on this description box in this YouTube live as well. The link for my Telegram opportunity community. Okay, so if you would like to join there, we're going to start communicating there more. I feel like that, and I'm looking into BitChute. I'm hearing a lot of talk about BitChute lately, about that's really coming into the forefront of this new way that we communicate. But basically, we're going to be diving into new ways and new situations of communicating. Right? That's Aquarius, like Jupiter and Saturn and Mercury right now in Aquarius, but so I will put those links, put it on the Instagram, and I'll put it on YouTube here, so you guys can check that out and join the Opportunity Community Telegram. Okay, that's where my intuition is guiding it and guiding us. Excited to have you on here. Exciting, super. Dude, we are living in exciting times, my friends. Now, I want to say, definitely not a good idea to feed into the mainstream media shit right now, because basically everything is coming to a head in the collective consciousness, and we're seeing it on all the levels. It's like everything is just being blasted out, right? And with that, we don't know, like it's like it's at the 99%, 100%, where like everything is at a head, and this person accusing that person, and all this accusation shit going back and forth. Something's gonna give and something's gonna pop here in the next 2 weeks. And as you can see, they actually ordered the I think FEMA and the National Guard and the military in DC to be active in DC until January 24th. You can't make this shit up, dude. Like, from now until then is when this energy is most intense. Like, they must have an astrologer, like, working with them up there at the highest government level, because this is right in alignment with all the energies. Okay, so wow, I feel literally like ignited by this energy. Like, bow. All right, time to go. Whoa. Whatever is hanging around karmically right now is being, the bubbles are popping, the shit's coming in to create change, to create fulfillment, to close out these cycles. We are in a week right now where shit is just popping left and right to close out and end old karmic cycles. We are coming into a very auspicious time. I'm telling you guys, it may not seem like that on the outside right now, but just wait, believe. Okay, it's the belief. We have to believe that this good shit is coming. And if you've been through, any kind of spiritual awakening or experience in your life, you know that once you go through the darkness, it's just like, nothing left. Fuck. All right, time to move forward. Thank God that everything is a pattern, right? So we are at the very end of a very, very, very big ancestral pattern, all right? Which is really great thing, but it can feel really shitty. So we have to be aware of our faith and having this belief in ourselves and ability to trust in what's going on. All right. So thank you guys for jumping on. Thank you guys for tuning in. I fucking love you all very much. And yeah, like I like to curse, so sorry about that. I'm feeling like I'm getting my body back. Like I can actually feel it now. Like the stem cells, I think really worked well in my shoulder. And I've been back in the gym for 5 days and I'm sore as shit, but I did push-ups first time in 3 months. And man, what a humbling experience that's been. But it feels good, man. It's like the life is just being infused back into me, right? Rich, thanks, brother. I appreciate you, man. But this is sort of a representation of the collective right now, right? We are infusing new energy and new life into this new chapter, all right? So this is about taking responsibility and being a leader of your life. Dustin, Brad, love frequency peptides. No, I got stem cells done in my shoulder, and they work. Or it was amniotic fluid. Okay, so you don't really want to like inject someone else's DNA into you, but amniotic fluid activates your own stem cells and helps them to repair everything. So it's an amazing alternative to surgery. I highly recommend it for anyone. In any situation, especially with torn tissues, okay? Stem cells is a good idea. And you should also check out the microscopy too, which I also have another special announcement. So, and happy new moon too. Oh my God, there's just so much shit going on. It's fucking ridiculous. New moon today. In fact, it's almost exact right now, literally as of 4:58. The moon is at 20 degrees and the sun is at 23 degrees. So we are coming in, probably gonna come into the exact conjunction soon after this broadcast is done. So how exciting, right? Now, why does that matter? This is still a culminating, like a coming up into, its peak moment. And of course, when it goes exact, it peaks and then it goes away. But after the peak, that is when it is expressed, right? It comes out into the world. It's like, here you go. Here's my energy, right? So new moon at 23, this is the same placement where the Pluto-Saturn conjunction happened last January. So this is like coming up and like the final clearing, the final push, the final move through all of this clearing out of the dense energies. This is like the final sweep, guys. The final, and with it being a new moon, this is the final sweep, bringing it into a new beginning, a new chapter. All right. Very, very exciting times. But it can feel in the moment like, holy shit, what's going on? Right? This energy is like, especially if you're resisting anything, it'd be like, wow, what is this thing that's hitting me in my face? That's hitting me like, yesterday I got some news that I thought was much worse than what it really was. Thank you, Rich, by the way. And it hit me like, doosh, and I had to take a nap, right? And that's that Plutonian energy. That's the sun conjunct Pluto. It hits you in your heart space, and it is so intense. So that's where we have to honor the process, because we are excavating like the corners of our consciousness to really bring it out. But with that excavation is clearing out all the rest of the gunk that no longer serves us. So this is a beautiful thing. Once it's gone, it's fucking gone. Hallelujah. All right. So stepping into that is incredibly vulnerable. And right now, the vulnerability energy is also super, super, super intense. So this is a lot of clearing, okay? The clearing is good. The clearing is necessary. So, and of course, you're like, fuck, dude, I've been clearing so long for so much shit. Why? Just surrender to it. Stop trying to figure it out. Stop trying to make something happen that's not meant to happen. This age, this era, this new chapter that we stepped in is all about listening to our heart and going with what feels right. That's it, right? So go what feels right for you and leave the rest alone. The more that you can do that, the more efficiently we'll, smooge into this energy, right? So this is about taking everything that we learned or experienced in 2020 and starting to take action on it with resiliency. I was really touched by Teal Swan's 2021 video about resiliency, right? This year, and this new moon is in particular. I kind of feel like this new moon is really bringing in the new year, right? Because it is like stand for something or fall for everything. That's sort of the quote of the week. Because we have like belief systems. I mean, you see the propaganda everywhere. And if you're aware and in tune with your heart, like, okay, this is not made right all over the place. There is disinformation and misinformation everywhere. You cannot trust anything out there right now. Okay. We don't know how it's going to go, especially because Mars and Uranus have not conjuncted yet. That is going to be coming here in the next, I think it's exact on the 20th. How ironic, or the 21st, right? But right now in particular, okay, we have, holy shit, guys, there's so much going on. Let's break it down. Okay. Uranus at 6 degrees, Uranus is stationed and will go direct this week. That in and of itself is massive. Okay. Because Uranus is a great awakener, right? Uranus is surprise, guys, all new feelings, all new shit, all new scenarios. Here's this person coming back. Here's this situation. Here's this opportunity. What are you going to do with it? Have you learned your lesson? This is almost like if you were in, let's call it the spiritual special forces, because I kind of feel like we're all connected in that kind of way, right? This is spiritual special forces. So this is where they're coming in and they're like, all right, let's see how well you've done through your training, young Jedi, right? So whatever is coming back in, it's going to look different. It's going to feel different. You're going to have opportunities and you're going to be processing the energy differently. And when it comes in, it's going to be like, okay, so I got to take this step forward, but wait a minute. Now you're being the observer and you're feeling all this energy differently. Okay, why do I feel it? And that's how, and you're going to be connecting these dots about, this is how I used to feel back then. And this is where it's going to be going this way. And this is how and this is what this trigger means. And all these dots are going to start connecting like, holy fuck. Okay, now I get it. Let's go. Once Uranus goes direct and conjuncts Mars, that literally, I see it as magic. Okay. Now magic can be good or bad. It depends on what's going on in your life. Sometimes you got to have a breakdown and get a breakthrough, right? But if you already had breakdown, this is clearing karmic debris. It's clearing karma 100%. So as we clear this karma, right now we're still in that buildup phase, right? And all these freaking squares that are going on. With Uranus at 6 degrees, sitting station. This is like a massive amount of electricity that is pissed off and touching these different parts of our consciousness. Like, got to do this. You got to do this. Okay. So Uranus right now, we have Mercury at 7 degrees today. Okay. So it just passed Uranus. That's the unexpected epiphanies. I'm feeling this. Oh, I see that. Oh, this makes sense. Oh, what the fuck's going on? Oh, okay, shit. Oh, this feels weird, but it's all for our growth and our greatest good. Okay, just remember that, right? Mars today is at 2 degrees. Okay, Saturn's at 3 degrees. So they just finished, and it's going to continue like for about another week or so. Their exact square. Okay, so Mars moves. Actually, no, Mars moves quicker than Saturn. So Mars is going to move to 3 degrees, and it's going to exactly. Actually, here, let's see. It's going to exactly be square tomorrow. All right. While the moon, so tomorrow the moon will be conjuncting Saturn, Jupiter, and Mercury, and squaring Uranus and Mars. All right. So this new moon is not like a normal new moon. This new moon is like, hey, what's up? And by the way, I brought 50 people with me, right? It's like, okay, it activates something, but then holy shit, it unfolds this whole rest of this stuff. That's like, what do I do with all this? I don't know. It might be a little overwhelming. It could be exciting. It could be like, oh, you know, this could be where there's just massive opportunity coming in. This could be where this is a breakthrough week, 100%. Okay. All right. Everybody's in the house right now. So tomorrow also, we're going to have the sun exactly conjunct to Pluto. So this new moon is starting something big and fresh and new that we don't really know exactly how it's going to be, how it's going to go. Okay. And that's part of the, you know, hopefully we can tell ourselves it's going to be part of the excitement. But this requires surrender. It requires allowing. It requires flow. All right. So something comes in and hits you, hits your heart like fuck, like what I told you guys happened to me yesterday. Okay. Honor yourself and honor what you need. Honor your process to be able to heal yourself. All right, something comes in it, that's exciting. Step back and honor it. Don't jump right into it, because these energies right now can feel like, oh my God, I gotta go. Okay, great. That's that Uranus energy. Okay, but you gotta be careful, because it's like this, it's almost like a possessed, like, wow, I can make $1 million. And then you realize, okay, but there's some fine print there that I need to read, right? So feel the feelings, okay, but don't jump all the way into it, especially with Mars there. It's like, this is fucking passionate, powerful, in the body, feeling in the body, like, I need to do this. I need to experience this. I need to go see this thing. I need to go feel this thing. I need to go have this conversation, okay? And yes, do all those things. Just make sure that you are not just riding the hit of the energy, okay? Respond and don't react. Okay, because this can be a lot of really good shit. Even if it's bad shit, it can turn into good shit. Okay, this is like the ultimate alchemy energy this week. This is complete alchemy. And so tomorrow we're going to be having the moon conjuncting Saturn, conjuncting Jupiter, and conjuncting Mercury, while it's all squaring Uranus and Mars. So with that, this next few days, it's just going to be like hit after hit after hit after hit after hit after hit of holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. This could be ascension symptoms, can't sleep, like just wow. This is honestly, I kind of feel like this week is even bigger than the Great Conjunction, because now that we're in this new place and we've already had the Great Conjunction, it's like, okay, now we're in this new place, and now all these energies are just coming all together that have not been understood before, right? So step into it and just find that center, and don't let it take off without you, basically, right? Like, this energy is so strong that it could just take off and you're like, whoa, just like, woo, take it off. So, I mean, even me, like, I'm all fucking worked up with this shit too, right? The GC was actually calm for me. I have been having a very difficult time sleeping lately. So I feel you on the difficult sleep. And that's, just that's where we're at right now. So this is sort of like, this energy is kind of chaos. All right. But this chaos is rising us up. And so it's a good thing. But this is sort of like, some people operate well in chaos and some people don't. Right. And energetic chaos, is like, you can't sleep, can't eat, can't shit, can't fucking, like, you can't get it up. You can't, find what feels right. It's it's something just feels off. And that it requires lubrication. Okay. You get to lube it a little bit, like, let it slide right in and just slow it down. All right. Even if you can't slow it down, as long as you're just allowing, it's like, this energy moves through us, and as it moves through us, if we try to attach to it to try to figure it out. When we do that, that's when we will drive ourselves batshit crazy. All right. So what we need to do is just allow the energy to battle around in our freaking body, because Uranus and Mars and Taurus, we're going to feel it in our physical body. This is very physical feeling sensations. Okay. But this is erupting and activating. This is like an earthquake in our body to blast into this new dimension that we are all coming into. And look, when I say dimension, okay, some people get all like weird about this thing. Slow and lubricated, exactly. At least start that way, like be nice to yourself. Don't just like, you can't feed into the chaos. You got to be like, okay, it's okay, pet the energy and then go in slow. And then you can go fucking crazy. Provided that it's, okay, now my mind is just going down the gutter. So I fucking love you guys. What's up? How you doing? Yeah. So January 15th, we have, throughout the week, we have the moon making some very significant placements, right? There is always time for lube. Yes, there most definitely is. Let's see here. Okay, so 15th, 16th is not a whole lot of significant stuff. I mean, the moon. So the moon is going to come into a conjunction with Neptune on the 16th into the 17th. Okay. So this weekend coming up, with Neptune still being square the nodes and it being almost exact emotionally, it's like we're getting all these downloads, all these activations, all these like, blowing it up. And then it's going to be like emotionally, we just get confused. Like it's getting integrated into us, but then it's going into this mutable energy where it's going to be like, it's going to make us more confused. So it's almost like we're getting cracked open, right? And then we're going to a place where it's like this new place where nobody knows, where the fuck they are. And then it comes into, after that, incredibly vulnerable feeling, because really in essence, what I'm feeling here is that we're leaving fully the past behind. Okay. The past is done. Whatever energy we have that's stuck in the past, thinking about the past, ruminating on the past, issues from the past are being completed now. And coming into the 17th and 18th, we're really on the 18th, the moon will conjunct Chiron, which is also sextile over to where the new moon was, where Jupiter and Saturn is. Okay, so it's going to start sextiling the energy. So this is about bringing up and out all these vulnerabilities, all these unfinished things in our energy, right? And then moving through it, like really cracking and opening up and breaking apart these deep vulnerabilities within us and dissolving them. This is a process of release because Pluto is so heavily involved in this, right? And on the 18th, we also have the very last day of the sun in Capricorn. So this week is incredibly intense and incredibly cathartic, not to mention that on the 14th, okay, Uranus moves direct. So with it going direct on the 14th, just about a day and a half after this new moon is exact. This is, you can't make this shit up, dude, right? This is so deep and so intense, and there's so much change happening. Now, Mars by the 18th will be at 5 degrees of Taurus, while Uranus is at 6 degrees of Taurus, and even Black Moon Lilith is back to 12 degrees of Taurus as well. And with the sun at 29 degrees of Capricorn, woo-wee, man, this is some potent energy. And of course, we are now also in Mercury shadow. Okay, so there's so much communication going on. We're getting so mind blown with all this energy that it's like we're going to need to go back over this communication with ourselves for the next 2 weeks after to process all this shit that's coming in. Be prepared for massive transformations, massive unexpected twists and turns that you have no idea, would not have thought in a million years that this shit would have played out the way it did. But because we're letting go of such deep stuff, the really beautiful stuff is coming back into our life, and we're integrating what our soul is meant to have. Okay, so this is not giving us our ego desires. This is giving us our soul's desires. So you have to ask yourself, right? What does my soul really want? And am I honoring that? Okay. So be ready, be prepared to see and feel some really deep, intense emotions this week. You know, and with this new energy between, you know, when in Mars's process this past 6 months, it was in Aries for a long time. So I'm an Aries rising. I know you other Aries out there been feeling this big time. Okay, it's been intense and deep and tough, because literally, like, our divine masculine and men and women and non-binary or whatever the fuck, you know, I don't know, I don't understand all that stuff. But anyways, all the divine masculine aspects of us have been rewired, reconstituted. Like, every one of us has had an experience where it's completely changed us from the inside out to create this new world. Okay, and it's finishing up all this stuff that is really, really just activating this powerful new beginning energy. And we are coming out of the chrysalis and turning into a butterfly. Whatever that means for you, you know, I honor you and I respect you and I applaud you for doing the work. Clearly, if you're watching this, you're doing the fucking work, because that's what we talk about here, right? About doing the work. And this is also why, you know, this new Aquarian energy, this is really getting embedded into us now. So there's a lot of talk out there of, like, you know, people being shadow banned and quieted down and all this bullshit that's happening with freedom of speech. There is no freedom of speech right now. And that's why a lot of these modifications and manipulations of information is happening. Okay. So, this is where the community aspect really comes into play, and getting creative with new and inventive ways of connecting to everyone, which is also why with this new Aquarian energy, okay, and it's in my 10th house, this is all about creating new ways of making money, of working, of helping, of healing, of taking your life purpose of what you're meant to do and bringing it out into the world. So that's where my Uforia team comes into play. That's where the opportunity community coming in on Telegram is coming into play. That's where all these new things and ways of connecting are so important. And we're going to continue to have to get creative and to do more and to figure out these new things. But through the creation process, although at first it may seem a little daunting, a lot of things going on that are, you know, difficult, right? Like, it's never been done before. But for those of you, you know, that are, you know, stepping up their game and stepping into their responsibility, we've been through this before in different ways, right? We are the way showers. We are the pioneers. We are the ones that didn't fit in, and we didn't fit in for a reason, because we are the ones that are meant to create this new place. Okay? So stand in that knowing, stand in that power, understanding that you are meant to create this new world that we are literally in the process of stepping into now. All these new downloads, all this new information, all this new understanding of how to be is coming in for a reason, guys. We need to listen to this shit and to trust it, because this is essentially what we're getting downloaded from spirit is our guidance to create this new world, right? And there's enough of us out there where we all see it and understand it. We all can feel the vibe. We all know that we're connecting. So we have to honor that and step into it and communicate with it, right? Step into that shit. Feel it. Own it. This is where, like, every time that you gave your, you know, Pluto is a planet about power dynamics. When you give your power away, which many of us light workers, starseeds, that's been our biggest issue in our lives, right? We've given our power away. So when we take our power back right now, that is what we are seeing. We are seeing how we have given our power away, and we are taking it back in a loving way. And that power, through humility, through that Chiron energy of vulnerability, right? That is what gives us that true honorable power, right? True strength. So, and yes, the children need guidance. They are very advanced. Our children need this kind of guidance. So it is our responsibility to step into this, discomfort of the evolution so that we can create the world that we want. Look, we don't want to step from one dystopia into another. That's basically what's going on here. That's what they're trying to create. Okay. We went from one dysfunction to another brainwashed dysfunction, and it ain't going to fucking happen. I'm sorry. That's just, there's absolutely no way. There's too many people that are aware, that understand this, and it's just not going to fly, right? What's up, Antonio? Nephew's on here. Love you, buddy. Step into this knowing, step in, like this is all about learning to allow our hearts to fully open and express itself, and not allowing this fear to hold us back anymore, right? That's it. That's how it goes. Yeah. I laugh, but who if I was laughing now? Nobody. Yep, exactly. All right. So, guys, this week is going to be incredibly vulnerable. This week, we're going to laugh, we're going to cry, we're going to be like, what the fuck? We're going to be, where do we go? We may feel like our life is over. But when you feel like your life is over, it's just beginning, right? With every ending, there's a new beginning. Allow the Plutonian energy to transform you. Especially, I have a couple friends. Shout out to Amanda Apollo, and shout out to my friend Crystal, which have birthdays. Crystal's birthday was yesterday. Apollo's birthday was today. And I had another friend that had a birthday today too. There's so many people I know that have birthdays right now. My Capricorn fam, I love you all very much. You fucking guys are going to have a really beautiful, intense, growth-oriented year. You guys are going to be the leaders coming into this new age. Now, we're having to blend the energies of the Capricorn and the Aquarius, which is ironic because in some ways they're very, very different. Okay, and my sun is Capricorn and my moon is Aquarius, so I embody both, right? So I'm a little bit of a weirdo, but I'm okay with that. And that's what this is all about: being a weirdo, taking that Capricornian structure, right, and putting the weirdo into it, allowing it to be like different. Right? Allowing it to be your own. Own your inner Chiron. Own your inner weirdo. Own your shit. Own the parts of yourself that you feel ashamed of. And that is Cap Rising and Aqua Moon. Damn right. That's why we get along so well. Right? Come into this energy allowing that freak flag to fly, baby. Allow that freak flag to fly and be your weird ass self, because that weirdness is Aquarius, right? Now, with that being said, okay, this is about structuring solid emotional boundaries and about knowing your worth, knowing who you are. So some people, when I say, express your weirdness, there's always people that are like outliers, right? A little too far left, a little too far right. You got to find that center within yourself. So when I say let that weirdness go, where is it that you're expressing shame? Where is it that you're expressing guilt? Where is it that you're expressing these dense energies? Because our weirdness has something to teach us, right? Like for me personally, when I was younger, I grew up like around like Italian households, very like, conservative. And, like intuition, empathy, and understanding all these things that I do now were not part of, the program. Nobody fucking knew what that was, right? So I had to learn all this stuff on my own. I didn't understand it at all. So this is about being open, expressing yourself, but also seeing like, are you Are you sabotaging yourself in the process? Okay. This comes back, well, smoking too much weed. I know a lot of people right now that smoke too much weed. I mean, it's legal. And look, weed can be used as a tool, or it can be used as a weapon against you, right? It all depends on your intention. All right. And actually, this guy I follow, his name is Jason Christoff. Really good. He's a self-sabotage coach, which I really admire. And he has a lot of really great he has a lot of really great posts. There's one post in particular he posted recently. It said something about how UFC fighters do not consume cannabis or mushrooms or alcohol when they train, because that would interfere with their ability to train. Now, alcohol, I agree with. Alcohol is terrible. It's spirits. It's negative energy. It's a central nervous system depressant. It's no good for you. But cannabis and mushrooms are a whole different ballgame. Okay. Now it depends on what your intention is behind it, but if you utilize it from a place of, I want to connect with myself deeper, and I want to be better, and I want to grow, and I want to learn, and I want to go in this trance-like state to really create something beautiful and magical. I know a lot of fighters that smoke weed before they train. I also know a lot of fighters that microdose with mushrooms before they train. Okay. Because it enhances the senses. It helps them to be better. Okay. And this is where thinking outside the box and being weird and being unorthodox, which is the Uranian energy and also the Aquarian energy. So we're having a lot of this energy that is just spatting itself. But here's the trick with this, is that a lot of people can go down some rabbit holes and get caught up in the dysfunctions of these areas where they start smoking too much, or now like, okay, well, you're not going to be able to take an eighth of mushrooms and go roll jujitsu for 2 hours. That's just not going to happen, right? Dustin, I personally work with Uncle Creepy, and he's now working with mushrooms and several UFC fighters. Uncle Creepy, huh? I do not know who that is, but I would not want to be known as Uncle Creepy. I'm just saying. Right. So we have to be open and mindful about like what our intention is behind it. If you're going to do a substance, what are you doing it for? What is the purpose? What is the point? Is it to improve, or coming from a place of self-love where you want to create something beautiful, you want to enhance your skills, you want to do something better? Or are you coming from a place where I want to numb myself out and not just feel it or not think about it? That is where the problem lies. And this is where Pluto is going to call you out in your shit. All right. And a lot of empaths are like, we're getting this Pluto energy has been super, super, super intense this last year, and it's getting high. Our sensitivity is getting heightened. And when our sensitivity gets heightened, it brings with it a responsibility. Okay. The responsibility of this heightened awareness, if you will, is saying, look, we're giving you a gift. The universe is giving you a gift. But with that gift, you have to use it in its highest vibrational good, because it can be used as manipulation. It can be used in negative ways, right? We don't want that. We don't want that. We want to help people. But when we're in our own shit, this is where, like, you know, like hurt people, right? And I think I was in this place for a little while myself while I was going through my journey of learning how to be, you know, a healer. I had this like savior complex for a while, right? Where I wanted to help people, but in a way I attached my need to save them because I was bypassing myself spiritually. And I've learned that lesson from some very difficult experiences. But now, as I do my work, I take the time to respond as opposed to react, and look at the situation from an objective perspective. And I'm very, very communicative, Mercury. Very communicative about what I feel, what I know, what I want, what I don't want, and my expectations. Okay. Say if I'm coaching someone, right? You know, like Uncle Creepy is Ian McCall. Oh, okay. Nice. So yeah, I was using hurtful words. I'm just too blunt and honest. Well, look, everyone has their own communication style. I find that, you know, I consider myself to be very blunt and honest and, you know, outright too. I don't think it's a bad thing. Again, it's the intent behind it. And this is what I keep getting to and getting at. All you guys, when you're thinking, when you're feeling, when you're communicating, whatever it is that you're doing, Look at within yourself at the intent behind what you're saying, what you're feeling, and what you're doing. Are you triggered? Are you afraid? If so, why? And honor that fear by looking at it and connecting to it and allowing it to teach you. These are all lessons and teachers in our energy, in our field right now. Okay, so step into the understanding of your fear. This is where we are meant to master our fear. Pluto brings us face to face with our fears. And in order to, each planet has their own archetype, right? And so every planet here is involved in some way to guide us through this process. So Mars is, like how we take action in our life, right? And we go through Mars to get to Mars, the inner planet. We have to go from the inner planets to get to the outer planets. And this is our consciousness, right? Like, so the outer planets represent our subconscious mind. The inner planets represent our conscious mind. So Venus, Mercury, Mars, that's our conscious mind, right? And Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, Pluto, and Chiron, I believe that's all of them, right? Yeah, they all represent our subconscious mind. So when we learn to navigate and traverse, going from our subconscious to our conscious and understanding our own behavior patterns, this is why astrology is so freaking amazing. This is why it makes sense, because we understand how our synapses connect in our mind, and we build an understanding of the connection of our conscious to subconscious mind, which gives us better access to the superconscious. Mind blown. So right now, our sun, which is our spirit, is connected to the deepest part of our subconscious, right? And not only that, but we have Mars, which is a personal planet, our masculine, our drive to go into life, that is connecting to the great awakener, the subconscious part of our mind that is electrical. It electrocutes. And in Taurus, that represents the terrain that it's in, okay? Taurus is the physical body. Taurus loves feeling. Taurus is beauty. Taurus is our relationship to money, like luxury, loving nice things, right? We want to be touched. We want to be felt. We want to be, we just like stuff like that. It's all about the physical body. So Uranus is like, Kundalini activation. Kundalini activation with the divine masculine. Woohoo, man. That's like, whoa, shit. Okay, what's going on? Yes, many people, my Chiron is in Taurus as well. So when your Chiron is in Taurus, this is where you are very attuned to energy in your physical body, right? That's why I'm very good at touch. I'm very attuned physically to my senses. I can see and feel people's energy through physical touch. And that is one gift that I have. I've become surgical at. I have become very highly attuned to that gift, and I am grateful for that. So this week, guys, this week is a time. You want boots with the fur, huh? I don't even know what that means. Ruby, you had a little Kundalini activation last night. All right, I think we're going to be seeing a lot of that. Yeah, Kundalini all day long. There's a lot of Kundalini stuff happening everywhere. So good shit. And there's nothing little about Kundalini. Okay, like even if it's not an intense activation, it's still intense, right? You can have life changing where it literally cripples you and then brings you to another level, or it can be or it can be. I just totally lost my train of thought. All right. What's Kundalini? Give me a sandwich. You don't know what Kundalini is? Okay, so Kundalini is our life force energy. Kundalini is synonymous with sexual energy. All right. Now, whenever people awaken, typically speaking, it's accompanied with a series of Kundalini activations. And it sits at the base of your spine. All right. And the Kundalini shoots up through your spine and activates all your nerves. It activates, it sort of acts as like an energetic Drano, if you will. It dissolves and identifies and dissolves and purifies like any kind of energetic blockages in the body, and it will wake you up and open up your crown chakra and just help you become more aware. This is what, like, so if anybody's worked with plant medicine or any things like that, basically what working with psychedelics does in a responsible manner, mind you, because I know a lot of people that take them, like, plant medicines aren't meant to be used recreationally. They're meant to be used with intent and purpose to help grow and flourish, right? But that activates Kundalini energy. It clears you out. It opens you up, right? But the real work is in the integration. You open yourself up. If you don't integrate properly, you're basically like an open channel, and you're just going to start sucking shit in. And that's why it requires strong emotional boundaries, right? You don't want to be taking on all this people's shit. You're going to feel great. Then suddenly you're going to feel like, a week later, oh my God, I feel like shit. Why do I feel like shit? Because you took on everybody's shit. That's why, right? So that's where, the real work is in the day-to-day life. It's in the nutrition. It's in the sleep schedule and in the circadian rhythm, right? It's in all these different ways that we come out into the world and that we help people. So I want to tell you this week, okay, here's my synopsis, like, of basically this entire week energy of what's going on. We are in this place where we are coming into our true power, our true responsibility of who we are and what we're meant to do, our true life purpose. Okay. The next 20 years of our life and what we're meant to do. And we're being infused with this energy so we can step into it. And we need to step into it as responsible and as aware with consciousness and intent as possible. The more we do this, the more we will create a beautiful experience. Okay. So step into your heart, step into your love, allow yourself to be guided by your heart. Whatever comes up, let it come up and let it purify you. Let it teach you. Feel the fear, feel the pain, and do it anyways. Okay. And when opportunities present themselves, go into them without expectation. Remember to respond, not react. All right. So that's what I have for you guys this week. So if you resonate with these messages, please like, share, and subscribe. I'm going to figure out how to get this Telegram link on the Instagram and on the YouTube. Okay. So check it out for that. I'm still figuring out how to do all this technology stuff. All right. It takes me a little bit of time, but I got you. So we have a new opportunity community connection, and I'm grateful to all my opportunity community people. If you would like a reading from me, please go to spiritualbodybuilder.com and you can see all the information there. If you'd like to join the opportunity community or join Uforia, which is fucking blowing up, we got so much amazing shit going on with that. Hit me up. Let me know. I would love to work with you. If you really want to change your life and you're serious about growth and you're serious about making some shit happen, okay, then hit me up. Let me know, and let's make some magic together. All right. Okay, Christy. I see you. I see what you're doing. I love you guys very much. Have a beautiful night. Aho. Aho. Okay.